Welcome students. Now we are going to see some another examples on the concept of mathematical induction. Now again we are taking the revision of the term mathematical induction. Now we have to prove a statement using the mathematical induction means we have to prove that statement for n equal to 1 first, then our assumption for some value of positive integer k, and then the value of p of k must imply the truth of p of k plus 1 also. This is nothing but the concept of mathematical induction. Now in the last lectures we have seen some examples regarding this mathematical induction of the first rule or first principle of mathematical induction. Now today we are going to see some another example that is in the form of 7 raised to n minus 3 raised to n is divisible by 4 for all positive integer n. Now here divisible means the concept is somewhat different. Now here we write a divides b as b equal to some k multiplied by a is there. And here also we take the term as 7 raised to n minus 3 raised to n is divisible by 4 means it is in the form of 4 multiplied by some integer is there. And therefore while writing or taking such types of examples we have to take this 7 raised to n minus 3 raised to n as the multiples of 4 only. Now we see how to evaluate such examples. Now here we assume that p of n as 7 raised to n minus 3 raised to n is divisible by 4. Now whenever we are proving such statement by the concept of mathematical induction, we firstly take n equal to 1 and thus we get p of 1 as means 7 raised to 1 minus 3 raised to 1, that is 7 minus 3 equal to 4, and this 4 is divisible by 4 itself, and therefore our statement holds for n equal to 1 means the statement is p of 1 is true. That's why the statement holds for n equal to 1. Now then we assume that p of k is true where k is any positive integer. That is p of k is nothing but 7 raised to k minus 3 raised to k, which is divisible by 4. And therefore we take the term as 7 raised to k minus 3 raised to k equal to 4 times m, where m is any natural number. Because the term is positive one, we are taking m to be any natural number. Is it clear? Again, once again, I am telling this term as, now here we assume that p of n as 7 raised to n minus 3 raised to n is divisible by 4. Once again, I am taking the concept of if a is divisible by b, then we have to take b equals to some k multiplied by a, where k is any integer. We have to take in this form only. The meaning of division and divisible by are the different concepts, and therefore whenever we are taking the value 7 raised to n minus 3 raised to n is divisible by 4 means the term 7 raised to n minus 3 raised to n is, this can be written as 4 multiplied by some m, where m is any natural number that we are going to take uh, in the uh, uh, form of the next part there. Now here we first see the statement holds for n equal to 1 means we are taking n equal to 1, and therefore we get p of 1 can be written as p of 1 means 7 raised to 1 minus 3 raised to 1. Here I have not written the term that n equals to 1, directly I have taken 7 minus 3. Because 7 raised to 1 is 7, 3 raised to 1 is 3 only. That is 7 minus 3 equal to 4, and this is divisible by 4. Now thus the statement holds for n equal to 1. Now then next our assumption is P of k is true where k is any natural number or positive integer. Now then we can say that Pk, that is 7 raised to k minus 3 raised to k, is divisible by 4. This is our assumption for some value of n equal to k only. Now we take the term as 7 raised to k minus 3 raised to k as 4 times m, where m is any natural number. Now then we prove that this statement holds also for p of k plus 1. Means we have to prove that 7 raised to k plus 1 minus 3 raised to k plus 1 is divisible by 4. Okay, and therefore we can write the term as 7 raised to k plus 1 minus 3 raised to k plus 1. This can be written as 7 raised to k plus 1 means 7 into 7 raised to k minus 3 into 3 raised to k is there. And not written, but using the indices we can simplify that part. Now here we add 7 multiplied by 3 raised to k and subtract 7 multiplied by 3 raised to k to remains the original value as it is. And thus we are going to take the term as 7 raised to k plus 1 means 7 raised to k into 7 minus 7 into 3 raised to k plus 7 into 3 raised to k minus 3 raised to k plus 1, that is 3 into 3 raised to k is there. And thus we can take the from the first two terms we take 7 as the common term, and therefore we can write 7 in bracket 7 raised to k minus 3 raised to k, plus in the another two terms we are taking 3 raised to k as the common term multiplied by, now first term is 7 minus 3 is there, and thus we get the term can be written as, now here 7 multiplied by the value of 7 raised to k minus 3k equals to 4 times m, which we have taken in the last PPT, and plus 4 multiplied, because 7 minus 3 is 4 multiplied by 3 raised to k is there. Now here 4 is common from both the terms, and therefore we are taking 4 in bracket 7m plus 3 raised to k. And thus we get 7 raised to k plus 1 minus 3 raised to k plus 1. This value is nothing but 7 in bracket, 4 in bracket 7m plus 3k. Now here this value is in the form of 4 multiplied by 7m plus 3 raised to k. Means it is obviously divisible by 4. And hence we say that p of k plus 1 is also true for P of k to be true. And therefore, according to the concept of mathematical induction, we say that the given statement, that is 7 raised to n minus 3 raised to n, is divisible is divisible by 4. That is, the statement is true for each positive integer n. Now once again we see this step second. Now in the last PPT we have seen that the statement holds for P of k. That is, we have seen that P of k such that 7 raised to k minus 4 raised to k is divisible by 4. That's our assumption is there. Now then we prove that it also holds for P of k plus 1. Means here we replace k by k plus 1 only. And that's why we have to prove that 7 raised to k plus 1 minus 3 raised to k plus 1 is divisible by 4. And therefore, to prove this part, we assume 7 raised to k plus 1 minus 3 raised to k plus 1. Now here 7 raised to k plus 1 means we can write the term, both the terms 7 raised to k plus 1 and 3 raised to k plus 1 as 7 into 7 raised to k minus 3 into 3 raised to k. Now here we add and subtract the term 7 into 3 raised to k. And that's why we can write the term as 7 into 7 raised to k minus 7 into 3 raised to k plus 7 into 3 raised to k minus 3 into 3 raised to k. Now we take the first two terms and then nextly another two terms, and here in the first two terms we take 7 as common, and in the next two terms we take 3 raised to k as the common term. Now therefore we get the term as 7 into 4m, because we have seen in the last term as 7 raised to k minus 3 raised to k uh, is divisible by 4, and that's why we are taking the term as 7 raised to k minus 3 raised to k as 4 times m, where m is any positive integer, and therefore we take here 7 into 4m plus 7 minus 3 is 4, means plus 4 into 3 raised to k is there. Now here 4 is the common term, take outside, and therefore 4 in bracket 7m plus 3 raised to k is there. And thus we get 7 raised to k plus 1 minus 3 raised to k plus 1 is nothing but 4 in bracket 7m plus 3 raised to k. As 4 is in the multiplication part, obviously it is divisible by 4, and therefore we can say that whenever p of k is true, then p of k plus 1 is also true, and hence we use the concept of mathematical induction or principle of mathematical induction. That is, uh, the given statement means 7 raised to n minus 3 raised to n is divisible by 4 for all positive integer n or for all rational numbers n is there. Now this is our first example. Now similarly we can take the another example as uh, we have to prove that 1 square plus 3 square plus up to 2n minus 1 bracket square, that is nothing but 4n cube minus n divided by 3 for all n greater than or equal to 1. Once again, whenever they are taking the value n greater than or equal to 1, always remember the values of n are from the set of natural numbers, because the set of natural numbers is capital N equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on up to infinity. This is the concept of set of natural numbers, and therefore whenever they are taking the values n greater than or equal to 1, means the terms are from the set of natural numbers only. Now we have to prove again here 1 square plus 3 square up to 2n minus 1 bracket square, means we are taking the square of the odd terms only, and the value comes out to be 4n cube minus n whole divided by 3 is there. Now here see, whenever we are taking n equal to 1, we get LHS equal to 1, and whenever we are taking here n equal to 1, we get LHS equal to 1 square, that is equal to 1 only. And regarding the RHS part, we can write RHS equal to, now take n equal to 1 only, and therefore we can write 4 into 1 cube minus 1 divided by 3. Now here 1 cube value is 1 only, and therefore 4 into 1, that is equal to 4. 4 minus 1 is 3, and 3 divided by 3 equals to 3, and hence we get RHS equal to 1, and thus we get LHS equal to RHS, and therefore for n equal to 1 we get the value of LHS and RHS as the same, that is 1, and hence we say that P of 1 is true. Always remember we have to prove the statement for n equal to 1 first, Then next our assumption for some value or for some positive integer k, the statement holds, and then we prove that it is also holds for k plus 1 also, and hence according to this theory of mathematical induction we say that the statement holds for all the values of n there. Now here we assume that p of k is true for some positive integer k there, and that's why we are writing here 1 square plus 3 square up to 2k minus 1 bracket square. This can be written as 4k cube minus k whole divided by 3 is there, because the bracketed term must be 4k cube minus k. If we do not write the bracket, then that division part must be to one sided only. That's where the bracket must be there. Now once again we take the concept. Again we see that examples. Now here we assume p of n. Now here we have to prove that, actually we have to prove that 1 square plus 3 square up to 2n minus 1 bracket square equal to 4n cube minus n divided by 3. Now we firstly assume that the statement as p of n, that is our consideration is there. That's why p of n means 1 square plus 3 square up to 2n minus 1 bracket square is nothing but 4n cube minus n whole divided by 3. Now actually we want to prove this statement using the principle of mathematical induction. Now firstly we prove that theorem or principle holds for n equal to 1, and therefore we take n equal to 1 there. Now here we have LHS equal to 1 square, that is equal to 1 only, and RHS equal to, see here 4n cube minus n whole divided by 3. Now here we are putting n equal to 1 there, and therefore 4 into 1 cube minus 1 divided by 3. Now here 1 cube means 1 only, and therefore 4 into 1, that is 4, minus 1, that is 3. 3 upon 3 is equal to 1, and thus we get n equal to 1. LHS and RHS coincides, and therefore the term P of 1 is true. Now then we assume that P of k is true for some positive integer k. That's why we are writing the term as 1 square plus 3 square plus up to 2k minus 1 bracket square equal to 4k cube minus k divided by 3 only. Now then we see the next part, means we have to prove the statement holds for k plus 1, p of k plus 1 also true, and therefore we have to replace k by k plus 1 only. Means whenever we have to prove this part, we are taking the term as 1 square plus 3 square up to 2k minus 1 square. This term remains as it is. Then next part is we replace k by k plus 1 only. We are replacing k by k plus 1, and that's why here we are taking the term as 2k plus 1 bracket square. See here how it occurs. Now here the last term is 2k minus 1, and therefore here replace k by k plus 1 only, and hence we get 2 in bracket k plus 1 minus 1, means we get 2k plus 2 minus 1. Now here 1 get cancelled and 1 remains from, that is 2 minus 1 equal to 1 is there, and hence we write the term as 1 square plus 3 square plus up to 2k minus 1 bracket square plus 2k plus 1 bracket square equal to, we have to prove that 4 in bracket k plus 1 cube minus k plus 1 whole divided by 3 is there. Means only we are taking the value of k in the form of k plus 1 only. And that's why here we have to prove the LHS and RHS parts are equal. That's why we are considering LHS part is there. Now here LHS is 1 square plus 3 square plus up to 2k minus 1 bracket square plus 2k plus 1 bracket square is there, and hence uh, sorry here, so by mistake there are terms 1 square. Uh, delete, you have to delete that concept, and you have to take up to 2k plus 1 bracket square. Now then we take the this part as 1 square plus 3 square up to 2k plus 1 bracket square. The value is nothing but 4k cube minus k divided by 3 plus 2k plus 1 bracket square is there. Now here we, to simplify this part, we first take the LCM, means the LCM is 3, and hence we get 4k cube minus k plus 3 in bracket 2k plus 1 bracket square whole divided by 3 is there. And simplifying this concept, we get the term as 4k cube minus k as it is, plus 3 in bracket, we have to take the square of 2k plus 1, and therefore we get the term as square of 2k plus 1 can be written as 4k square plus 4k plus 1, and this whole divided by 3. Now we simplify this term as, now here 4k cube, then minus k is there, plus 12k square plus 12k plus 3 whole divided by 3. Now here we have to take the value in the form of that 4 into k plus 1 bracket cube minus k plus 1 is there, and that's why here we are going to write the term as, now here we take 4k cube plus 12k square plus 12k plus 4, this minus k as it is, and here we have taken 1 extra, that's why we have to subtract 1 there. Means the term is 3, we add 1 subtract 1, that's why the term is 4 minus 1, means original term remains as it is, and there will be no problem at all. Now then we take the 4 as the common term, and we write the concept as 4 in bracket k cube plus 3k square plus 3k plus 1 minus, now here the term is minus k minus 1, and that's why we write here minus in bracket k plus 1 whole divided by 3. Now again here the term k cube plus 3k square plus 3k plus 1 is nothing but k plus 1 bracket cube, and hence we write the term as 4 in bracket k plus 1 cube minus in bracket k plus 1 divided by 3, which is nothing but our RHS part, and thus we say that P of k plus 1 is true when P of k is true, and therefore using the principle of mathematical induction, the value of P of n is true for each positive integer n. Now once again we see this concept again uh, for better understanding. Now here in the last part we have proved, our assumption is P of k plus P of k is true. Now we have to prove that P of k plus 1 is true. Now P of k is true means 1 square plus 3 square up to 2k minus 1 bracket square equal to 4k cube minus k whole divided by 3. This is our assumption part. Now to prove that P of k plus 1 is also true, whenever P of k is true, and therefore we have to prove that 1 cube plus 3 square up to 2k minus 1 bracket square plus next term is, I have explained it, 2 in bracket k plus 1 minus 1 means that is 2k plus 1 is there bracket square equal to the RHS part is 4 in bracket k plus 1 cube minus in bracket k plus 1 divided by whole divided by 3 is there. Now here we take the LHS part. Now what is LHS? 1 square plus 3 square up to 2k minus 1 square plus 2k plus 1 bracket square. Now the term occurs means 1 square plus 3 square, that is by mistake that term occurs. Delete that concept while writing the notes, and therefore we have to take the next term as. Now here we take the 1 square plus 3 square up to 2k minus 1 bracket square. This value is nothing but 4k cube minus k upon 3 plus remaining term is as it is, that is 2k plus 1 bracket square. Now here we take the LCM part. Here 3 is the LCM, and hence we get 4k cube minus k plus 3 in bracket 2k plus 1 bracket square divided by 3 is there. And thus we simplify the term as. Now 4k cube minus k remains as it is. 3 in bracket square of 2k plus 1 is 4k square plus 4k plus 1 whole divided by 3. Now then we have the term as. We are taking the terms in descending order, that is 4k cube plus 12k square plus 12k minus k plus 3 whole divided by 3 is there. Actually this part I have not written, but this is the concept. Now here we add 1 and subtract 1, and taking minus k, next part is there, and therefore we add the terms as 4k cube plus 12k square plus 12k plus 4 minus 1 minus k is there. Means 4 minus 1 is 3, and that's how we get the original value. And hence we are adding in the value of 3, add 1, subtract 1. Now then we take the terms together, 4k cube plus 12k square plus 12k plus 4 as 4 in bracket k cube plus 3k square plus 3k plus 1 minus next term minus 1 minus k, means we can write minus in bracket k plus 1 whole divided by 3 is there. And again we here, while simplifying this part, we write that k cube plus 3k square plus 3k plus 1 as k plus 1 bracket cube, and the term is nothing but 4 in bracket k plus 1 bracket cube minus k plus 1 whole divided by 3 is there. This is our RHS part. Now here again one more mistake is there. Here k, capital K is nothing but we have to take here minus in bracket small k plus 1, and therefore we get the term as LHS equal to RHS, and thus we get P of k plus 1 is true when P of k is true, and therefore according to the principle of mathematical induction, the value of P of n is true for each positive integer n, and hence we get the required concept, that is proof of such examples. Thank you.